Have you ever wondered what separates people who blow through sudden money from those who turn it into generational wealth? The answer might shock you because it has nothing to do with how much money you actually receive. Whether you just got $10,000 or $10 million, the same 5 psychological traps are waiting to destroy your financial future. And the same 5 strategic moves can transform that windfall into lasting prosperity that compounds for decades. I'm about to share the exact blueprint that millionaires use when they receive unexpected money. But first, let me tell you about Sarah. Last year, Sarah inherited $200,000 from her grandmother. Within 6 months, she had spent nearly all of it on a new car, designer clothes, and expensive vacations. Sound familiar? Sarah fell into what financial psychologists call the windfall effect, where our brains literally rewire themselves when we receive unexpected money, making us terrible decision makers. But here's where it gets interesting. Sarah's cousin Mark received the exact same inheritance amount on the exact same day. Today, Mark's inheritance has grown to over $300,000, and it's generating passive income that's already replacing his job salary. The difference between Sarah and Mark wasn't luck, intelligence, or even financial knowledge. It was following 5 specific moves that we're going to break down today. Before we dive in, I need you to understand something crucial. Your brain is actively working against you when you receive sudden money. Neuroscientists have discovered that windfall money triggers the same neural pathways as gambling wins, flooding your system with dopamine and making you crave immediate gratification. This is why lottery winners go broke, why inheritance recipients blow through family wealth, and why even smart people make terrible decisions with unexpected cash. The first smart move is what I call the cooling off protocol. The moment you receive unexpected money, whether it's an inheritance, bonus, insurance settlement, or any other windfall, you must immediately separate yourself from that money for a minimum of 90 days. This isn't just good advice. It's based on hard neuroscience. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for rational decision-making, needs time to override the emotional hijacking that's happening right now. Open a separate high-yield savings account that requires extra steps to access. Don't link it to your checking account. Don't put the debit card in your wallet. Make it inconvenient to touch that money. During these 90 days, your only job is to educate yourself and plan. This cooling off period is where Mark succeeded and Sarah failed. Mark locked his money away immediately. Sarah kept it accessible and spent it on impulse purchases before she even had a plan. The second smart move is the wealth allocation framework. Once your cooling off period ends, you're going to divide your windfall into exactly 4 categories, and the percentages matter. 25% goes to immediate debt elimination, starting with high-interest debt first. This isn't negotiable. Debt is a wealth destroyer, and carrying debt while trying to build wealth is like trying to fill a bucket with holes in the bottom. Another 25% goes into your emergency fund until you have 6 months of expenses covered. This is your financial foundation. Without this safety net, any investment you make becomes risky because you might be forced to sell at the worst possible time during a personal crisis. 30% goes into long-term investments that you will not touch for at least 10 years. This is your wealth-building engine. Index funds, real estate investment trusts, or other diversified investments that have historically grown wealth over time. The key is choosing investments you understand and committing to leave them alone. The final 20% is your opportunity fund. This is money you can use for calculated risks, business investments, education, or other wealth-building opportunities that require active participation. This is also your guilt-free money for some reasonable lifestyle improvements, but notice it's only 20%, not the 80% that most people spend on lifestyle inflation. The third smart move is creating automatic systems that remove human emotion from your wealth-building process. Here's a harsh truth that financial advisors won't tell you. You cannot trust yourself with money. None of us can. We're emotional creatures making financial decisions with brains that evolved to survive in caves, not manage complex financial portfolios. Set up automatic transfers that move money from your opportunity fund into investments every single month. Automate your emergency fund contributions. Automate everything you can so that building wealth becomes as mindless as breathing. The wealthy don't have more willpower than you. They have better systems that don't require willpower. The fourth smart move addresses the biggest wealth destroyer that nobody talks about: lifestyle inflation. When people receive sudden money, they immediately upgrade their lifestyle to match their new perceived wealth level. They buy expensive cars, move to expensive neighborhoods, and start spending like they're permanently wealthy. This is financial suicide. Instead, commit to keeping your lifestyle exactly the same for the first year after receiving your windfall. Your income hasn't changed, only your assets have. Live below your means and let your money work for you instead of working for your money. The goal is to eventually live off the income your windfall generates, not to spend the windfall itself. Here's a powerful reframe that changes everything. That windfall isn't your money to spend, it's your employee that needs to go to work. Every dollar you spend immediately is a worker you're firing before they can earn you more money. A dollar invested at a 7% return becomes $2 in 10 years without you doing anything. When you spend that dollar today, you're not just spending $1, you're spending $2 of future wealth. The fifth and most important smart move is developing what I call windfall immunity. This is about fundamentally changing your relationship with money so that if you receive another windfall in the future, you're psychologically prepared to handle it wisely. Most people who mishandle windfalls do it repeatedly because they never address the underlying psychological triggers. Start educating yourself about money and investing immediately. Read books, take courses, maybe even work with a fee-only financial planner who can help you optimize your strategy. The goal isn't to become a financial expert overnight. It's to become financially literate enough to make informed decisions and spot bad advice when you hear it. Also, surround yourself with people who have successfully built and maintained wealth. Your current social circle might pressure you to spend your windfall or make poor financial decisions. Find mentors, join investment clubs, or connect with communities focused on building long-term wealth. Let me leave you with this final thought. Receiving unexpected money is actually a test. It's testing whether you'll think like someone who's temporarily wealthy or someone who's building permanent wealth. People who blow windfalls think the money is meant to be enjoyed immediately. People who build lasting prosperity understand that the real value of a windfall isn't what it can buy today, but what it can become over time. Your windfall is either the beginning of your wealth-building journey or a very expensive lesson in what not to do with money. The choice is entirely yours, but now you have the blueprint that separates the winners from everyone else. Take that cooling-off period, implement these 5 moves systematically, and remember that building lasting wealth isn't about getting lucky with money. It's about being smart with the luck you've already received.